The Hedge War. It started with the hedge, or more precisely, with how tall the hedge had gotten. For years, Nora had trimmed it neatly between her garden and the Johanssons next door, but ever since her husband passed, the hedge had grown wild. She didn't mind. It gave her privacy, shade, and something green to look at when the world felt gray. The Johanssons, however, did mind. After two polite comments and one not-so-polite note in her mailbox, they took matters into their own hands. One Saturday morning, while Nora was out shopping, they trimmed the entire hedge, on both sides. They even bagged the clippings and left them by her gate like some kind of evidence. When Nora came home, she stood in the driveway for a full 5 minutes, hands shaking. The hedge was gone, cut to half its height. She could see straight into their kitchen window. By Monday, she'd called the municipality to ask about property lines. Then she called a lawyer. By Wednesday, the Johanssons had received a formal letter demanding compensation for damaged property. And by Friday, the whole street was buzzing. Everyone had an opinion. She's overreacting. They had no right. Honestly, good for her. Someone needed to stand up to those two. 3 weeks of simmering tension followed. No one waved anymore. The Johanssons stopped hosting their backyard barbecues. Nora kept her curtains closed. Then, one rainy Thursday evening, the power went out. A storm had brought down a tree across the street. Most of the neighbors stayed inside, but not Nora. She grabbed her flashlight, her old yellow raincoat, and went outside to check on the power lines. Halfway down the road, she found Mr. Johansson, lying awkwardly in his front garden, clutching his ankle. "Slipped on the steps," he groaned, soaked through. Nora didn't hesitate. She helped him up, got him inside, wrapped his leg with an old towel. She even made him tea while waiting for the ambulance. When Mrs. Johansson came home from work, she cried, partly from worry, partly from surprise. The next morning, there was a knock on Nora's door. A young man from a landscaping company stood there, holding a clipboard. "Mrs. Johansson sent me," he said. "She wants to replace your hedge." Her treat. It wasn't just replaced. It was better. Shorter, but dense and flowering, with small white blossoms that smelled faintly of honey. By summer, the three of them were having coffee together in the garden. They laughed about the hedge war, though neither side ever really admitted fault. Sometimes, when neighbors walked by and saw them chatting, they'd whisper that Nora was too forgiving. Others said the Johanssons had only made peace out of guilt, but Nora didn't care. The new hedge was beautiful. The view was better, and for the first time in a long time, so was the company.